O nau mai, haere mai, and kia ora. Welcome into English Park here in Otautahi, Christchurch. It is going to be a clash of the Titans, the final match in round 4 in the men's South Central Series. Cashmere Technical, the best performed team in the mainland competition, up against Miramar Rangers, equally well performing up in Wellington. And giving us expert comments today, Craig Crawford. But these two sides, in the context of where this competition is at, this is a crucial game. We'll tell you about the points in just a moment, but the teams have finished their preparation. And the Cashmere Tech lineup, Craig, for this match?
It's a familiar look to it here with the Cashmere Technical lineup. We've got Danny Knight in goal, number 5, Andrew Storer, captain, number 6, Tom Swartz, number 10, Garvin Collin, number 12, Sam Field, number 16, Fraser Angus, number 17, Corey Mitchell, number 21, Declan Tyndall, number 19, Lyle Matheson, number 32, Luke Tung, and number 34, Alex Bollard.
And expect to see Yuya Taguchi at some stage as well. Their coach is Dan Schwartz, so we caught up with him earlier in the day to find out his thoughts on this crucial match.
Dan, a win today important to keep in touch with the front runners?
Massively, yes. We're going to treat this as a cup final, and the win in this short format is huge today.
What can we expect to see from Kashmir out there today?
Much the same. Work hard behind the ball when we're out of possession, but hopefully a bit more flair than we've shown in previous weeks. We know what Miramar are about. They're good, they're experienced, very similar to us, I think. So I think it's going to be a good battle.
Well, they haven't scored a lot of goals in the competition, but he did last week, Garvin Coughlin, from the penalty spot this time, Craig, but he will be needing to deliver for Cashmere Tech today, the number 10.
Yes, he'll be. He's always very hungry for goals, and he's scored some spectacular ones in his time, and also very capable of setting up his teammates, and that could be their major source and something that Miramar Rangers are going to have to watch.
Very handy with the golf clubs as well, we believe, on a 3 handicap, and but it will be here at English Park that he will be needing to really make everyone a winner for this very big clash. Well, to their opposition, and Miramar Rangers last week, it was a goal fest for all, but what will happen today? There's their lineup.
In goal, we've got Zach Jones, number 2, Scott Midgley, number 3, Hugo Delhomel, number 6, Taylor Schreiovitz, number 7, Owen Barnett, number 8, Sam Duar, number 14, Samuel Mathan-Smith, number 15, Ollie White, number 18, Liam Wood, number 19, Aris Zeb, and number 24, Aaron Spain.
A couple of locals in there playing for Miramar Rangers, and former Phoenix keeper Keegan Smith on the bench. Their coach is Scott Hales. What does he make of the match?
Scott, both sides will really be after the win here today to stay in touch with Olympic.
Yeah, definitely. Tough place to come, English Park. Has been obviously when it was Canterbury United Dragons, and obviously there's a few Team Wellington boys in our squad that know how difficult a place it can be. So we know the magnitude of the task today. We've had a great week, so I'm looking forward to today's game.
Really exciting to see it. Still quite close, and anyone can sort of finish in that top spot.
Yeah, I think it's definitely great for Kashmir and for the South Island that you've got a team that are in and around getting to the final of this National League format. So yeah, like I said, it's a difficult place to come. It's tight. The league's tight, but we're definitely down here to get our 3 points and make sure we do our business. So it's in our hands.
Well, they've had 5 different goal scorers in the South Central League series so far, but this one, Ollie White, got a hat-trick last week, 3 second-half goals, and he never relented. Come through the New Zealand age group system, New Zealand under-17s, New Zealand under-19s, but he's got a good ratio of being able to strike in games that count. And I'm sure that Cashmere Tech will have his number, and one that they would have looked at, number 15 for Miramar Rangers, Ollie White, and certainly knows how to find the back of the net. And we talked about the context of what this match means for both these teams in the South Central Football Series. And looking at the round 4 action, well, Wellington Olympic getting the 2-1 win over Western Suburbs, and that 5-0 victory over Selwyn United for the young Wellington Phoenix side. And this match today ahead of us, Kashmir Tech, Miramar Rangers to the points table. Well, it tells a very big story. Wellington Olympic up there on 10, and Miramar and Suburbs looking good, but Kashmir Tech have got a bit of work to do. As we mentioned, they've scored a couple of goals in their 3 matches so far. But I guess if you win 1-0, that's all you have to do, Craig, isn't it?
It certainly is. And the other side of the ledger, they haven't been conceding many either, have they? And that's one of the strengths of this Cashmere Technical side. It's so familiar with each other. They really do some great football.
Well, the weather, yes, it's just a little murky round the Port Hills, but 14 degrees, pretty pleasant really for playing top-level football. Not much of a wind to talk about, which will please the players as they come out, but we are expecting that it will be quite a fast-paced match, and everything on the line really when you look at the context of that points table for Miramar and for Kashmir Tech.
Yes, well, we've got wintry conditions in late November, and so there's no danger of overheating out there. I don't think we'll be utilising that drinks break.
Oh, it was a fascinating match last week, wasn't it? Miramar Rangers and Wellington Olympic 4-4, and the red card, there were yellow cards. Sadly for George Akers, a broken leg, and we wish him well. We hear that he's had his ankle reconstructed and hopefully out of hospital, and we send him healing vibes as he heads into the off-season. Well, is there an off-season these days? So for Miramar Rangers, they will be looking for Ollie White. Sam Mason-Smith scored the equaliser right in the 90th minute. For Kashmir Tech, they've got Tom Schwartz and Garvin Coughlin on the score sheet for 2021, and expect their back four, their defensive area, will be a key part for Kashmir Tech.
Yep, that's their strength, and they'll be looking to make sure that they can get significant possession as the two sides move out into the out in front of this humble crowd at the moment, but I'm sure it will grow. And yeah, it'll be that defensive area, with defensive platform of Kashmere Technical needs to supply some good effort for the midfield and the attacking group.
So our officials today, and you'll need to be strong on the whistle, will John Robury, the referee, and our ARs, Isaac Trevis and Michael Love, and Hayden McCabe is in charge of the subs bench. And just having a look at the Miramar Rangers side, they're very tall and strong looking side, robust compared to, say, the Kashmir Tech. But the two skippers shake hands. Sam Dewar for Miramar and Tom Schwartz for Kashmir Tech.
Yeah, well, Tom Schwartz, he'll be looking to influence this game right from the start. I wonder how he's got on with that toss. But he's an ever-present. He obviously popped up and scored in that first game here a couple of weeks ago.
90th minute it was.
And he'll be just entering that huddle and trying to G up his boys. They know they're in for a good fight here today. And, of course, both these sides still in the Chatham Cup, which they've got to look forward to, coming up hopefully in the early part of 2022.
Yeah, well, it will be the 10th time that Kashmir Tech have made a Chatham Cup final. They won it 1946 to 2013, 2014, albeit that 1946 time was, you know, under a different banner, but you claim it all because you're all part of the club. You look at the merger that happened in 2012 between Kashmir Wanderers, Woolston Club and the Christchurch Technical, and that's how it's evolved, and very cleverly through post-earthquake able to put it together. It was in talks well before then. Lyle Matheson wearing 19 for Kashmir Tech.
Yeah, he'll be influential as well. He's no stranger to scoring goals and got a good bit of pace about him, and I'm sure he'll provide plenty of opportunities for his side.
Sam Mason-Smith hovering around the ball, gets to get the first kick away in the final match in round 4. South Central Football Series. And we're just about all set to go. Referee John Robury looks at his watch, checks to see that both captains are happy. And here we go. Miramar Rangers in white going left to right, and Kashmir Tech in the yellow and blue. Expect it to be lively.
Well, it'll be these first touches. Both sides looking to get these as correct as they can early on, get any last minute jitters out. Maybe try to capitalise on some mistakes force mistakes from the other team. These are the areas close to those restarts, isn't it, that are so crucial, whether it be the first whistle, the halftime whistles. You know, that we've seen a lot of goals being scored, especially last week with the Miramar guys, a lot of goals towards that first full-time whistle.
Now some clever work coming in from Ollie White for Miramar, and we were treated to a goal fest from the young Wellington Phoenix side yesterday up against Owen United. They scored so early in the match, 4th minute, 11th minute, 3 first half goals, and it was left for Selwyn to play catch up, and 2 more added in the second half by the skipper Louis Toomey. So quick and so talented.
Yeah, great to see those young Wellington Phoenix boys coming from, they come from all around the country, and they plot to apply their trade and look for those opportunities to join.
White again has a shot at goal, and it goes across the face. Danny Knight just looks at it over the back, and already doing some good work for Miramar. Owen Barnett as well in the setup. A good press coming on from Miramar as goalkeeper Knight offloads out wide. Happy just to keep possession, get the structure in. Taylor Shrivers now through that midfield. Mason Smith, big tall man.
It's nice composed work at the moment from both sides. Seems to be Miramar Rangers are trying to get that possession game going, moving the ball around, looking for those opportunities to open up the Cashmere Technical defence.
Barnett and Schwartz having a good tussle. There'll be plenty more of those. And wearing 11 in the sheet that I've got, Max Falconer. We're told that he might have come on as a sub, but he's out there now, so maybe a late change for Miramar.
That looks like
a chance here for Barnett. Got the ball and it just runs away from him before he can get a shot away.
Yeah, I'm not sure that if Aris is here, but it looks like he's out there on the far side. This looks like Aaron Spain here in 11.
Right, so that's a change,
maybe
isn't
a change in shirt.
Yep, I'll get that finalised. We'd know a bit about them, local players from here.
Yep. It's a while since I've seen him though. He's matured and applying his trade up in the Wellington there for a couple of seasons now, I think. Well, Miramar playing a very high setup here, really challenging the Cashmere Technical group, but they've Cashmere Technical are well structured. They're one of those teams that have been, the core of them have been together for so long, both playing for Cashmere Technical and many of them playing for Canterbury United Dragons in the old National League. Very familiar with each other, and that's probably one of their strengths is their teamwork.
Del Hamel gets the ball through, looking to match up with Barnett, who's lively, the youngster up the top there. White involved. Here he is. Has an opportunity now, looking to take on the defender.
Yeah, both sides. All the players are in the top 4 in the attacking half.
Exit ball's good for Kashmir Tech, but again, not so well as it's sealed off just over the halfway. Dewar, the skipper. It's certainly dominating the territory at the moment, Miramar Rangers, and looking to just put a bit more pressure on that Kashmir Tech defence. They've probably heard a lot about it as well. Oh, he does really well to store it, to get his body in the way, and some Corey Mitchell doing a lot of running for Kashmir Tech. White again involved for Miramar.
Well, the coaching group at Cashmere Technical would have been keeping a good eye on Miramar Rangers for some time now, knowing that they've It's a possibility they may meet in the Chatham Cup, and they would have actually done their homework. It looks like they might have set up with a, well, definitely collapsed back into a back five at the moment as Miramar attempt to keep the pressure up on this Cashmere Technical side.
Well, it's good work from Tech, just absorbing the early pressure, but it's back with Miramar. Now can they get the shot away? A desperate Ollie White again, number 15, little chops the ball, and it gets headed back to goalkeeper Knight.
That's some good, intelligent and very aware play there by the captain, Tom Swartz.
No. Coughlin gets the ball wide out to Matheson for Tech. We haven't seen them in this part of the turf in this early stages. 6 minutes gone in the match. Now Matheson again. He's got a lot of white shirts around them, but has a go.
He shows some good intent there from Lyle Matheson. Yes, it's the first foray down into the attacking third there from Cashmere Technical, and not shy to get a shot on there, Lyle Matheson. Just a wee look up. Tries to get it around the defender and find a near post, but not this time.
Some nice 1-2s for Miramar. You can see the intent. Mason Smith involved, so too Aaron Spain on the right side for Miramar. Back now on the left. So Miramar have shown their intent early on. Storer offloads wide. Mitchell in there putting some pressure. There's no easy pass at this stage. Good intensity, and the pace of the match is intense, I should say, between them. Oh, it's a lovely one too, and that midfield really carving it out. Spain, what can he do with the ball now for Miramar? Some nice touches in there. The defence is gathered, and there's plenty back there. Working hard, trying to get the shot away is Ollie White. He gets it over. Can they keep the ball in? Harris Zeb. So stretching that defence wide. Barnett. Now very quick, the Miramar players, and at the moment the Kashmir Tech have stood firm.
They certainly have. They're getting in the right areas, but and now they'll do the next stage is trying to keep that ball as if they get that opportunity to intercept and get the ball and get to move it up as a unit, rather than just regurgitating it back to the oncoming attack from Miramar Rangers.
Coughlin does really well, but just can't quite control it to get the pass away where he wanted to from the Luke Tung throw-in. Now again they set up Miramar Rangers, this time opting for the long ball through, trying to catch up with Barnett. There he is. Clever, nice little back flip, but doesn't go to one of his players, but he'll retrieve. Throw in. Miramar jogging towards it. Harris Zeb. Yeah, this finds the very tall frame of Mason Smith. Oh, and a rebound, just turning his back on it and not having any control over that at all.
So this fixture is obviously a real good indication of the two, well, the Southern League and the Central versus Central League, where Miramar second place, I think it was, in the Central League, and Cashmere Technical having a pretty dominant season down here. Really going to show the gap between the two leagues, and Cashmere Technical will relish this opportunity to show that they've got what it takes to foot it with the best in the country, and that's what's great about these national competitions and the new setup of the National League.
Absolutely. Now, Tech trying to keep the ball and keep possession. 1-2, fabulous work over there on the right for Kashmir Tech at last get into the attacking half. And we're talking with Lee Padmore yesterday, of course, and you know, that's been one of the issues that he said as coach of the Canterbury United Dragons last year. It took them 3 rounds to get up to speed in terms of game management, and this is why, from a club perspective, it's so good that they've got the league. So a lot of contesting, with the linesman there for possession. A lot of talk out there between the two teams.
And Kashmere Technical trying to work that ball into Cullen to try to start something. Just unable to, as they pressed forward there with some great 1-2 plays around the central areas. Trying to overlap with Declan Tyndall to provide some attacking opportunity.
Well, we know that Kashmere Tech's defensive structure has been tested already, but we haven't seen it much from any pressure really going on the Miramar defence. Mason Smith controls, gets it off, finds Spain, and it's back with the big Tom Schwartz at the back.
Well, that's Kashmere Technical's real big challenge, isn't it? Just to try to turn this defensive strength into attacking opportunities.
Oh, good pressure coming on for Miramar, but they've maintained possession, have Kashmere Tech. They've done well.
Well played there by Fraser Angus. Under all sorts of pressure, turned out of it. And let's see what they can
The big
achieve.
defensive structure of Miramar, the four down the back, it's just working in a line, and they get the ball, and the call has gone out to get that ball forward for Miramar.
And they're met by the defensive four of Kashmere Technical. It's another just as good setup, well, both teams setting up very good defensive frameworks.
Barnett again gets the attention from the deep defenders for Cashmere Tech. We mentioned last week in the Miramar Rangers and Wellington Olympic game there were yellow cards galore for both. There was a red card against Olympic, and that shows you the intensity of the competition, the competitiveness of the match. You'd expect nothing less.
These set plays could be a real good test for both sides. It's Miramar
Trying to get the ball in a handy position for a shot at goal.
as a wee indicator of how they're treating the set play. There was a good opportunity to put the ball in and test the central defence of Kashmere Technical, but they chose to go a wee bit indirectly through their wide players.
They're really stretching the game out, aren't they, by having to look for the one-on-one and trying to pull the Miramar players forward, and they're not scared to press forward because they're playing very high. Their strikers.
Yes, they're going to have to look to maybe create a bit of space, though. They maybe play a bit deeper to allow a bit of space beyond that defensive line of Kashmere Technical. So one of the best defences in the league so far. And of course, to be able to exploit them, you've got to have some space to work with.
2-on-1, and it's a shot at goal and deflected off Tom Schwartz.
Well, a great opportunity there. Just turned over in the central midfield. I think it was Ollie White who got a wee look up. Might have seen Danny Knight off his line. Wasn't a big Tom Schwartz ever-present obstacle for any
Hugo
team.
Dalhamel to take the corner for Miramar and floating it across the face, and it's fallen back to Dalhamel. Here he goes again and finds Barnett. Can he get the ball across with his left boot? And well headed out by Corey Mitchell from Tech. Oh, well won too, but they just can't get it to fall onto one of their teammates, Kashmere Tech. Trying to bring it out of defence, Declan Tyndall. But one thing that we have come to admire from Kashmere Tech is that they will stay in the competition, they'll stay in the tackles, and they'll stay in the match, won't they? And a free kick to them now, and they get the applause from the crowd here at English Park. Most of them sitting in the Steve Sumner stand. So they've certainly been put under pressure, and so far for Kashmere Tech, they have come out and they have proven that they, under pressure, can handle it. Into the 16th minute, 0-0. Probably just see the effects of that little 10k easily, and that was a bit clumsy, and that'll be a free kick for Kashmir as well. You have to be careful.
There's some nice apologies there.
Corey Mitchell has it for Kashmir Tech out on the right side again now, looking to jink their way through. And
got our first corner here for Cashmere Technical after that Declan Tyndall run as he tried to give himself some room to provide a cross, but the defence was there. But now we're going to have
Lyle Matheson with the left boot. Here it goes. The big tall men have gone forward too, looking to get a shot on goal, and they'll have to get back quickly.
That was not far away from a wee flick there from an attacking player, but the ball's back here with Danny Knight.
Luke Tung back with them as well if it was needed, but still with Kashmir Tech. Still a contest up there. Goughlin has the ball, has a shot at goal, and it's another shot, and it's still there, and 1, 2, 3. And they still couldn't find the back of the net. Some excellent defending for Miramar, but opportunities too for Declan Tyndall.
And there we go, Coughlin doing very well out there in the wide right area. Drove into the box, got a shot on, well saved by the keeper. And it was Tyndall who got the last bit, but also Alex Ballard, very close to getting his debut goal there. Couldn't quite get it.
And that header from Coughlin will fall into the hands of Miramar as they set up very quickly the counter-attack coming through Barnett now. And no whistle, waiting for the whistle. Play on was the call. It is intense. There's plenty on every pass and every tackle. And now opportunity for Mitchell to get the ball across, but too far over the back.
Mitchell doing very well there. He's a feisty young player there in the centre midfield with plenty of experience and just does not give up. He could be the bit of spark that Cashmere Technical need. They've had a good spell here of putting some pressure on after absorbing so much in the early part of the game.
Well, we've seen Mitchell being involved in the defensive structure as well, and he'd got some important tackles, and so pushing the ball out to the left this time, Miramar, and looking to make some quick gains as the shot across the face. A chance for Aaron Spain, and it goes sailing into St Albans School over the back of English Park.
Wow. Aris Zeb, the two ex-Canterbury players combining there. Aris Zeb makes short work of getting around Luke Tung. Ball goes across the face, and Aaron Spain would love to replay that moment and do better with it. He's definitely capable of it. That's something Cashmere Technical are going to have to keep an eye on.
19th minute, 0-0, and in the last 5 minutes a chance for both teams to have opened the scoring.
Great to see the intent from both sides. Well defensive setups for both of them, but now we're starting to see the offensive game come in. Great stuff.
Well, Miramar Rangers put on Kashmir Tech early on. It looks as though they've enjoyed that Kashmir Tech, and the little bits of scraps of possession they've had, they've been able to do something. Here's Mitchell back there again helping out. He was up there before having a shot at goal. And now effecting a very good tackle, and the deep defence comes away and delivers. Finds Tyndall. And using that right side to exit the ball out of deep defence and some speed. Coughlin opts to go, and not a good pass first up. Finds Spain again out on the right side, looking to get a bit of magic, and again that ball coming through. They're able just to put enough pressure on that last pass of Miramar. And Matheson has it now out on halfway, out on the left for Kashmere Tech. And Alex Ballard trying to do a little bit of magic himself, the youngster. Matheson says it's not over yet. Chases the ball down that left side. Ballard. And two Kashmir players in there. Coughlin has it now, and Mitchell. So they're able to get up in numbers when they're attacking. 12 is Sam Field and Tom Schwartz in field.
A great opportunity there. But super defence from the visitors, denying Garb and Collin, but here come
Great ball.
Miramar Rangers.
Mason Smith off to Barnett. And Mason Smith gets it back. He scored the equaliser last week.
Wow, sit back and take a breath.
Everybody.
Aaron Spain at one end. And what we end up with here is another great opportunity. But it's the block from Big Tom Swartz again. We saw a block at one end from the Miramar defence. Next minute we're looking down the other end for the same thing. And we've got ourselves set into another corner for the Miramar Rangers.
Dal Hamel delivers, and in the end booted out by Luke Tung. Still with Miramar, still searching to break the deadlock. 0-0, Spain has it for Miramar. Good pass in. Accuracy is impressive. Shrivers gets it away. This is White, but well read in the back by Cashmere Tech. Coming through with the intercept, and they'll get the throw in as well.
Yes, Luke Tung coming to get pouncing on that loose ball.
Pounced, he was like a tracer bullet coming through, wasn't he?
Read it very well.
He
Obviously
did.
a very experienced midfielder, now employed as a right back, and
Nice little
does a great
header
job there
on
too.
from Coughlin. Just not quite controlled. This is where they need to keep the ball for Kashmir Tech. Equally Miramar, we know how quick they have been on the counter-attack as well, and before you know it, it's down the other end. Again, working hard, Miramar, they see Spain is free out on the right, and steaming up is Mason Smith, but he just can't link on, and again the applause, the home team get the applause.
There's Sam Field coming to the rescue there. This right-hand sign for Miramar Rangers. There's
Gee, it's
plenty of
opened up,
space, and
hasn't it? Yeah, it's-
they're really looking to exploit. But Kashmir Tech are equal to it so far.
Zed coming over from the left to the right now, opts to go back, finds White, who looks in this exasperation, you could hear it. Not happy with that, Ollie White. 24th minute, and 0-0 still. Good game of football.
Plenty of action. It's just exactly what we've been waiting for in this bit of National League football after so long having to wait for this top-level competition to kick off in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, both defensive units have really shone, haven't they? And that's been the interesting part, that they've matched up well against each other.
Well, we're now seeing Miramar starting to build from inside their own half, which of course creates more space behind the Cashmere Technical defensive lineup, which maybe a wee bit tactical there, because it's what they're going to need to be able to break open and find a way through this experienced Cashmere Technical defence.
Happy to go back, but the pressure coming on, they've done that well, Miramar have. There's been no easy pass out of defence. Well, that was late, but no, says play on, says John Robury. Now Spain, Mason Smith's down,
Good
writhing with
advantage
pain.
given.
Now White has a speculative
Hello.
shot, and Danny Nightingale does really
hello,
well.
hello, hello, hello.
Very safe hands.
Store up.
Ball boys talking.
Oh, who's down there now?
Air Sip,
Spain. He's pushed up Dal Hamel.
Throw like far.
Oh, nice little backflip. And not scared to go back. Matheson looks in the midfield, but well cut off by the skipper, Dewitt. Shrivers, they've done this well, Miramar. Mitchell just trying to, oh, the clever work. Andrew Storr in the back there.
yes, nice awareness there from Andrew Storer.
He knew exactly where he needed to be and did a little feint bit of subtlety, let the ball go back. This is where they've applied good pressure, Miramar. But Tech have been equal to it.
Yes, well, they're going to have to have...
There's a bit of friendly fire then between the Kashmir Tech players as they come away once more. Spain has another chance. Oh, and Knight has to fall to his left to make the save. Cute angle. They might just need to chat to the players.
Well, here's a nice play here from Miramar Rangers. Finding this ball out here on the right-hand side, and Aaron Spain's the man of the moment. Gets a shot on target, which we'll be very pleased with, but Danny Knight equal to the task. And quite a comfortable save in the end.
Well, he might have been a bit obscured by Sam Field for that shot, but here we have another corner. White. Ollie White to take it on the right for Miramar. The right boot and gives it plenty of air, tries to flick it in, and it goes across the face, and it will be another corner.
Well, dangerous and nervous times there for the Cashmere Technical as that ball floating around with no owner in the 6-yard area. Fortunately, for Cashmere Technical, it was a defensive foot in.
Not cleared well by Kashmir Tech. Straight back out to Ollie White, who gets his left boot across this time, uses the left boot. And there has been lots of point-blank range saves, hasn't there, whether it be back in defence or whether it be in the midfield. They've certainly put their bodies on the line. Harriseb has it now, a little bit of magic too. Oh, lovely touch from Mitchell, was it, for Kashmir Tech? It's intense.
Oh dear, the Kashmir Technical, if they can
Shrivers
sort that, giving the ball back to Miramar Rangers in these attacking, attacking third.
Shrivers again being key in that midfield and the delivery of it, but still haven't been able to find the magic that will break the deadlock. 0-0, and we're into the 28th minute. Lots of time left. Hugo Del Hamel. And this time it'll be a throw into Kashmir Tech. A lot of work being done by Declan Tyndall, wearing 21 for Tech. And Sam Field gets a multitude of instructions as to who he should throw to. It goes to Coughlin. Fancies his one-on-one.
Tidy play in there from Garvin Collins, unable to link up though.
Awkward area, and back was Zeb. Now it looks to try and unleash a shot from the right-hand side, gets it across the face, and in the end nodded away, and to Matheson, who will look to calm it down for Kashmir Tech. Gee, there's been a lot of action. Oh, clever again, using
Ballard
the
there.
body. Young man, Alex Ballard. Now, a counter-attack coming from Kashmir Tech. Coughlin has it. The dynamic striker. And gets dispossessed. Excellent defending. And Tom Shrivers back with Miramar Rangers, courtesy of Owen Barnett.
And Fraser Angus having to get back and tidy things up for Kashmir Technical. They had had a great opportunity to create something in the attacking area. The defence is immediately turned into attack by Miramar Rangers, and that's some of those transition moments is where both sides are going to have to be very aware.
Oh, nice little pop kick, and they keep possession, but awkward area of the field to make something of it. But they'll go back and try and stretch out the Kashmir Tech defence. He's been good, Taylor Shrivers. Solid at the back and then delivering the ball forward. This time cut off in the midfield, but equally every pass has got something on it. Wood. And the captain has a look up. Finds Mason Smith. Spain. Really starting to create again. Excellent stuff from Corey Mitchell, coming back and retrieving possession for Kashmir Tech. Nice 1-2s, but it's being sealed off. Difficult to get it over halfway for Kashmir Tech at the moment. had a little purple patch about 15 minutes ago, but they haven't been able to repeat that.
Yes, Miramar Rangers just exerting their control of the game.
A good contest between Spain and Matheson, and the free kick, it'll be a goal kick for Danny Knight, a keeper for Cashmere Tech. Sets it up again, just needing to link up their defence through their midfield. But that's the press that Miramar have been able to put on, and again nullifying the ball coming out of defence.
Yeah, they
Ball and play, wanting to play the game at pace. Spain gets the ball into the middle. Oh, and Storer got a leg on it for Cashmere Tech. It looked as though it could have nudged towards the goal. Under a bit of pressure now, 2 players down, 1 from each team. Scream for a penalty. Back and this time wide from Mason Smith. He holds his head in his hands.
That was not far away at all.
Wasn't, and 2 players on the deck. Ollie White for Miramar and Lyle Matheson for Kashmir Tech get up. And there's all kind of remonstrating with John Robery, the ref.
I think it was just a bit of coming to both players looking at the ball, going for the ball, collided. With some very that intense pressure from the Miramar attack. If they keep that press up high, it shows a good level of fitness. If they can keep that up the whole game, the Kashmir defence is going to have its hands full.
Just that close control is missing for Kashmir Tech at this moment. Matheson, this time a strong whistle, and this time John Robery's not having any nonsense, and he blows his whistle hard and long. And Miramar start off once again. They're in Spain, looking for Barnett, doesn't find him, but finds instead Mason Smith. Oh, Danny Knight thought about coming out. And again, out for a corner, is it? Or no, it will be a sideline. No, it's retrieved. Tyndall, is it out there? Gets dispossessed, some little clever footwork. Stays with Miramar. Barnett.
Araseb doing very well in there to create some, get position back for Miramar Rangers. And here they come again.
Good hassle from Kashmir Tech. Back in the midfield, back on halfway for Miramar, needing to set up again for Miramar. Spain looking for the 1-2, and all Tom Schwartz can do is put it out the side.
With a reset there from the captain, just simmering things down, allowing them to get their defensive shape again. It's been very strong for this first 30-odd minutes of the game from Cashmere Technical. It's been put under pressure.
Mason Smith again. This time Barnett gets a little twist around in the box. Can't control it, but the pressure comes on the ball carrier. Kashmir Tech having to get it out of their deep defence. It goes only as far as the Miramar captain. Can he get a lick on this one? Ollie White, he knows where the back of the net is. He scored 3 last week. Coughlin now. And again, the applause for Kashmir Tech for absorbing again all that defensive work. Out on the right, bringing the ball down. Coughlin looks to go infield, looking for a pass, keeping possession. They push up the field. Field has it for Tech. They're having to work hard, the Kashmir Tech players.
This is better from Tech though. They're just...
Tom Schwartz looks wide, he saw, and beautiful work. Goalkeeper Zach Jones read it beautifully.
Kashmere Technical showing a bit of patience and attack there. They'll be looking to find themselves in that position a few more times as the game progresses. They've really grown into the game when they've got the ball. That becomes their issue now, trying to get hold of that ball. The dominant position going the way of Miramar Rangers at the moment.
Nice little pass inland to Coughlin, who gets it wide and just slightly overrunning. I was expecting it high at Tyndall, but that was how good the challenge for Miramar was, that it forced the ball to go square and not ahead. familiar now, isn't it? Set up by Miramar.
You took the words out of my mouth there, Leslie. This back four of Miramar Rangers, very comfortable with the ball.
Mason Smith up there again. Can't mistake him, can you? The tall, long levers. And a shot at goal, and you have the feeling that Knight had it covered.
But White starting to get his eye in. There was 3 goals last week, and he finds himself on the ball here at the top of the area. Bit of a jink onto his left, cuts back onto his right, but just can't find the target. Shows his intent. He's got a taste for goal. He enjoyed it last week. He'll want to get on the score sheet again today.
Goal kick doesn't quite go to halfway. But you do get the impression too that the quality of the defending from Cashmere Tech has been expert.
What an opportunity there for Owen Barnett.
Tom Swartz coming through and bringing the ball through. Alex Ballard delivers. The young man at 2, Matheson out on the left. And in the end, they can't make anything of it. But at least for Cashmere Tech, they're getting opportunities to get over the other side. And Declan Tyndall is feverishly trying to chase the ball carrier. Nice work. Ollie White has it now. Lots of space. Has a shot at goal. And again, Knight is called on to make another save. And they have really pummeled Danny Knight's left-hand side. I don't know if they've done the work on the stats and looked at where he's made his saves, but they have opted to go to their right, the attackers, Miramar, and to Danny Knight's left. But certainly a lot of space, and
There was a big blow on the whistle there.
It was a very big blow.
Maybe a bit of a conversation.
Fraser Angus just being told to cool it down. No cards at this stage. And
As we see,
Miramar.
it was Coughlin first under a bit of pressure that led to a bit of a 50-50 ball in the area, and Fraser Angus, uncompromising defensive player. But no cards as yet, which is good. But both sides playing a good brand of football here, both intent and
Oh, it's been great.
just winning some good football.
Spain gets the ball across. A little bit of spitty rain coming down here at English Park, and Danny Knight picks that one out of the air.
Near perfect conditions. There's a wee bit of a breeze out there, but nothing really to influence the game much, and there'll be no heat issues. It's a very nice day for it. For the players anyway.
Oh, free kick. They might have wanted the advantage. They didn't get it, but they'll get the possession still. A lot of commands. You can hear it. Luke Tung.
It's actually more one of the vocal games we've heard out there. I think last time we got together, Leslie, we mentioned about the quietness, didn't we?
Yep.
Both these sides, the intent or the intensity is there. They're egging each other on, providing opportunities.
From both sets of players.
The whole game is alive, that's for sure.
Yeah, as we've mentioned, there's been something on every pass. And now it is Lyle Matheson jogging towards the corner, who will take it for Cashmere Tech. We are into the 40th minute, and it's still 0-0. It's been a very interesting and absorbing contest so far, as Matheson gets the ball across, and a punch out from Zach Jones in goal. Goes back as far as Corey Mitchell for Cashmere Tech, but they've got an opportunity here, have Miramar, the fast counter-attack, finding Ollie White, who gets the ball, and first times it back over to the left for Miramar to have a really, that is a really good poke tackle coming in from Corey Mitchell.
Crucial disposition there from Corey Mitchell as Miramar streamed forward to try to create something on the counter. And it was quite a crucial punch there from the young goalkeeper, Zach Jones. Tom Swartz's eyes had lit up as he ranged in towards that one.
It's one of the features, I think, of the South Central Football Series has been the standard of goalkeeping in the teams. It's a position that I think is, well, we all know how crucial it is, but it certainly can win your games.
Oh, certainly can. There's a
Now for Miramar, setting up once again, something happening off the ball for a Miramar player to be on the deck. And coming up now, having a shot at goal and hitting the crossbar. Wow.
Hugo Delamare.
Why not have a go?
Yes, it was Zeb with his eyes up. Puts the ball in for Hugo Delahomel, and he rattles the crossbar for Cashmere Technical. Danny Knight seemed pretty composed by it though. All in a day's work for him, he knew where it was.
Probably didn't show it if he didn't. But look,
Hit it well, didn't he?
The interesting thing is for Miramar, who've tried to put their passing game together, especially in the box, and they've had 2 or 3 opportunities now to, long range and having a layer up. Is that a little bit of frustration that the type of game that they're trying to play just isn't quite falling for them, given the amount of possession they've had?
I think those opportunities are coming on the break, aren't they, for Miramar at this stage? These areas when the Cashmere Technical have got the defensive setup, they're not having a lot of luck, but as soon as Cashmere Technical get an opportunity to attack, Miramar are straight back in there and have created many of opportunity.
They certainly have, and they've used this side of the field very well. Aaron Spain has the ball now and just turning his back. Sam Field happy to take the deflection and concede a corner.
Yes, Sam Field's got his work cut out because this right-hand side, Aaron Spain, be familiar to a lot of those Cashmere Tech players, Aaron Spain's work, and he's definitely creating some opportunities for his side and himself.
Hugo Dalhamel takes the ball and boots it across the face. It gets a header. It's fallen to Aaron Spain, who has a shot at goal. And again, big Tom Schwartz comes out and reads it well. Look at him steaming up. Garvin has it now, but Tom Schwartz has come right up over halfway for Cashmere Tech. And also there, Declan Tyndall, we're into the 43rd minute and they're having to race back because there's a bit of pressure and there's 2 Cashmere Tech players up there. The captain for Miramar have it, Sam Dewar, offloads out wide.
Cashmere Technical trying to put the press on and pin Miramar Rangers in, but they've been able to easily pass their way out of that pressure.
Tom Schwartz made his way back into the defensive unit for Cashmere Tech. Good, he's a great sight running hard out of defence, isn't he? The overlap, that's what he was looking for.
He's always good for a couple of those runs a game, isn't he? Yep. He leads his side so well. So look like Aris Seb might be struggling a wee bit out there.
A bit of a cramp.
He took a knock, I think, in the. He just picked himself off the turret for a few minutes or a few seconds ago. Now he's requiring attention.
Well, he might have to come off, isn't it? We're into the 44th minute, just about to tick over into the 45th.
Yeah, they'll look to keep him on, I'm sure, and through to the half-time break. And he must have caught a bit of attention there in the last attacking play. He was lying.
And referee John Robury, an opportunity just to redo the shoelaces as well. Bit of chat between him and Tom Schwartz, having a little, looks very friendly and affable communication between the two. As we wait for Harris Seb. Oh, he doesn't look in a good nick at all, does he? That right leg proving to be an issue. It looks as he's coming off.
Well, he'll have to.
Yep, the physio's come on.
He'll have to start from the side, and it's we're minutes away from the half-time whistle.
Oh, it doesn't look good, does it? It is a very painful exit. He's had an excellent game too for Miramar now. Hopping off.
Yes, well, he has been as dangerous as Aaron Spain, but on the left-hand side, Aaron Seb. Oh, no.
Ollie White going over to assist him. Yeah, he's not in good nick at all. Not a good sight after featuring prominently for Miramar in this match, this final match of round 4 action in South Central Series.
And the assistant referee putting up An additional 2 minutes for Miramar to survive with a player down at this stage, as Arasibs continues to get attention on the sideline.
Still pressing forward, no offside called, and Ollie White can't get the ball away to goal. And
Storer
another
doing
corner.
very well there to squash that opportunity.
So they've done well in this
There's an
area.
intelligent ball through from Taylor Shrivers, but just got away there from Ollie White.
So Dale Hamel has the ball for Miramar. Can they convert from all their possession? And the big header out of defence for Kashmir Tech. And Declan Tyndall racing to put pressure on for Kashmir Tech. It's with Barnett. He's had a fine match so far. Would be happy to convert what they have been able to put on this Kashmir Tech defence, but they've held firm, have the team wearing yellow and blue. And that's happened quite a few times too. Great sliding tackle. It's been very clean, you have to say, from both teams. It's been intense.
Well managed by the referees too. Any little opportunity for flare up, he's just had a wee talk and reminded each player, all the players out there, that they're all trying to do the same thing.
Oh, working hard, trying to keep the ball in, and he just can't. And they start the game, and that is half-time. Looking to make a late run was Hugo Dal Hamel, only to look up and see the ball boy delivered the ball to Kashmir Tech. They were going to take the quick throw in. But what we can tell you after 47 minutes here at English Park, it is 0-0. It's been a really fascinating first half in this match here at English Park. What we can tell you is in one of the women's matches today, the Pride have beaten Central by 5-0, same as the score as last week. But yesterday we had a feast of goals when Selwyn United matched up against the young Wellington Phoenix in the men's competition. So in the halftime break we will bring you highlights of the Wellington Phoenix up against Selwyn United. As it is a opportunity now out wide, and we've got Joseph Chiari, and wow, look at that. First up into the 4th minute. Who finished it?
I'm not sure, I'll be honest, Leslie. It's great work done by Chiari down on this right-hand side. A lovely cross, and it looks to me as if Josh Rudland was on the end of it.
Opportunity. Rutland again up there posing all sorts of problems and close to the goalkeeper, and that is number 2, as easy as. And hand claps all round and hugs for the Wellington Phoenix into the 11th minute.
Yeah, Selwyn United will be really, really disappointed with that, conceding that goal, but the Phoenix will be delighted. Mid-block, which you'll see in the A-League a lot from Ufuk Tele's side. Phoenix trying to play, Selwyn trying to play through those gaps and just being picked off on the counter there in that fast break. And young Josh Woodland finds his second of the game.
Well, this is a good build-up, isn't it, from Selwyn? They've kept the ball 4 passes over there on the right, and then being able to switch play and stretch open that Phoenix defence. This is Eid again, taking the ball through, has a lick at the goal, but again it's rebounded off, and they are under pressure again as the counter-attack comes on from the Wellington Phoenix, and this time it is goal number 3. There is no doubt about that. Look at that, from deep defence, turned it over, pace of the midfield, up there in numbers. Goal number 3.
Goal number 3, and goal number 3 for young Josh Rudland. Great work on that left-hand side by Kaelin Nguyen, who I think Jaden Booth did his best to professionally bring him down on the counter, but big, powerful boy, and then a pinpoint delivery to Josh Woodland, who doesn't panic as the big Peter Tarko Birima is bearing down on him, and it's a good finish. Yeah. It's a good finish, and Wellington Phoenix deservedly 3-0 up after 34 minutes.
This is much more structured and sure from Selwyn, having a lot more say in terms of possession.
Do you see Jamie carried us there? Noyan puts pressure on Pritchard, but he's just looking for some help there. He's dribbling and people seem to be running away from us. Phoenix again on that counter on the fast break.
Yeah, Pritchard went forward, and there's the chance again, looking to make it number 4. And they do. And it's hand claps and hugs all round.
Yeah, it's an excellent finish from Louis Toomey here as the Phoenix pick off Selwyn United again in the midfield, and a fast break. Louis Toomey finds himself one-on-one and coolly slides past Peter Tarko, Miramar, and that's disappointing for Selwyn United. Selwyn do well to turn that ball over that, but Phoenix again, and that first pass will be forward.
Oh, free ball, and eluded a couple of players. Toomey, oh, look at that, what a finish. One mistake, and look what happens by the defence.
Yeah, Selwyn United will be disappointed with that. They've first ball forward's was punished them, and then again Louis Toomey's delivered well. But yeah, that transition has really hurt Selwyn United again. The first turnover, first pass forward, and they've just not dealt with that all day. Credit to the Phoenix, they've done their homework and they've punished Selwyn United professionally. But that's 5-0 to the Wellington Phoenix as we go into the 90th minute.
days are on their way. Forever's how long they'll stay. Brighter days are on their way. Chasing sunsets in the sky. Won't let these moments pass us by. Take my hand, don't be afraid. The brighter days are on their way. Days are on their way. Forever's how long they'll stay. Brighter days are on their way.
Well, the players coming back after the half-time break. There we see some words between John Robury, the referee, and Scott Midgley from Miramar having a little chat. 0-0, being a fantastic match in terms of the intensity and the creativity that particularly Miramar have shown in getting the ball up into the box area, but at the moment haven't been able to finish. I guess the big question, Craig Crawford, is can Kashmir Tech's defence hold firm like they did in the first 45?
Yes, well, it's going to have to if they're going to want to be part of the result here, get the points, either 1 or 3, but we're going to be able to see a few changes here, no doubt, with Aris Zeb looking very uncertain when he wobbled off the park, and here we have it. Not sure who's come on there.
We'll soon find out, won't we?
19.
Oh, he looked not good at all. Coming round the back of English Park, he was needing to be assisted by 2 people, and you'd have to think that it's either really bad ligament damage or maybe even a break in that right ankle.
It looks like Cashmere Technical also bringing the changes with Yuya Taguchi coming on for Alex Ballard. So a couple of crucial changes there, well, especially for Cashmere Technical, bringing on the experienced player Yuya Taguchi. But yes, both sides will be discussing where the goals are going to come from. There wasn't a shortage of chances. Both teams being able to construct decent opportunities.
Now there we are, off in the second half, and it was Garvin Coughlin able to pass back and get it underway for Kashmir Tech. They have done well in their deep defence, have Kashmir Tech. Danny Nightingale's made some terrific saves as well, but they really haven't had many opportunities. Garvin Coughlin has the ball now. Can he get the ball across, have a shot at goal? And then just can't get it going goalwards.
And it was Yuya Taguchi there chasing down the ball onto the far left-hand corner. Lays it back into Garvin Coughlin, looking to keeps on the ball, was able to get a shot off. Unable to get it on target, but drawing the best out of the Miramar defence.
Looking for Mason Smith, the 14 Miramar Rangers, tall, rangy player up front for the team wearing white. And Tom Schwartz opts this time to go right back to Danny Knight in goal for Kashmir Tech again. Familiar to see that pressure going on every time the ball's in the deep defence, Kashmir's deep defence. Barnett having to turn around and chase. We've seen him on attack for Miramar. He's been in really good form. It looks as though Andrew Bevan has come on and replaced the injured Harris Zeb. We wish Harris well. It didn't look a good injury at all. This is Ollie White. And a strong whistle as well. And again, no cards being shown at this stage. And just calmness being asked. Taking quickly. They look as though they were going to. Hugo Dalhamel has it for Miramar.
Well, they've looked to take most of those quickly, but they've maybe just looking for another opportunity here to be a bit more direct.
So will he curl it round? Will he look for the header? Look for a bit of offside, but bunted out of the defence and just not quite tidied up. But Midgley comes through for Miramar. Back to Danny Knight, who won't be happy with that. He turned away as soon as he'd kicked it, knew that it hadn't gone where he wanted it to go.
I think he was looking at that opportunity to start an attack, get an assist, but no.
It's conditions have just deteriorated in respect to the drizzle that's coming down now at English Park. We could see the Port Hills before, but they're more obscured. We're told that this easterly drizzle, which can hang around and be a real nuisance, was going to get better as the day went on, but it hasn't shown that yet. Now Taguchi gets a nice touch in for Coughlin again. Is he likely from the left-hand side? And just can't do anything with it. It'll be a goal kick.
Well, Taguchi again.
Taken quickly.
Looking to set up.
Taken quickly by Miramar. Just having the ball fed to them by the ball boys. And off it goes. So the game has been played at a terrific pace, Craig, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has, and that's Miramar adapted well to the opportunity to get the ball forward. And it was a defensive foot in there. Well, Luke Tung doesn't think so, but the men that matter, they've got a good corner going on. But it's, yeah, Miramar looking to really up the pace of this game and try to catch Cashmere Technical on the hop as they transition into defence. But it's Yuya Taguchi seems to be
high into the box, but headed away by the deep defence for Kashmir Tech. We've seen that quite often. And Ollie White has it on the right-hand side for Miramar. A little dazzle, skill dazzle, 1-2 going. A little back heel pass. Always, they have reacted well, Kashmir Tech, especially to those little pieces of magic that we've seen from Miramar. They've been aware and their reactions have been very good in deep defence so far. Anyway, in the game, they've been certainly under more pressure defensively than Miramar have.
Yes, they're definitely coping with it at this stage, Cashmere Technical. All the razzle-dazzle coming in from the very capable Miramar Rangers players, but there's Taguchi.
He's technically so good, Yuya Taguchi. Now, can Matheson do something with this for Kashmir Tech? Out on the right-hand side, he has got Luke Tung steaming up. He's got the ball now. Tung puts it across the front easily for Zach Jones to pluck out of the air and underarms it back to Dalhamel, who brings the ball through. Again, finds Mason Smith, two of the taller players in the Miramar team, demanding the whistle. It doesn't get blown. Play on, and that's been a really good part of this match, is the amount of lack of whistle, I should say, and he's blown it hard when he's had to, John Robury, but he's had very good control, and it will get Testy, that we know, because the importance of this game. Out wide on the right to Matheson, who will catch a deflection, and it will be a corner for Kashmir Tech and for Miramar Rangers to defend.
Seeing a lot more intent or capable Cashmere Technical really looking to create something, or having opportunities to create something a bit more as they come through with Taguchi and Coughlin combining, creating a lot more problems for
Here
the...
it comes now, flatter this time. He tries to back heel, it does Coughlin, but it doesn't work because Miramar come away with the ball, and more importantly, onto the boot of Ollie White, who is still in the defensive half, out on the left-hand side for... So, will be Miramar's ball. It was a contest as to who was going to get it, taken quickly again. Midgley. Liam Wood in 18 gets it over to Shrivers out on the right. We talked right at the beginning of the match, Craig Crawford, about the differences in the quality or the pace of, say, the Central League as opposed to the Southern League.
Yes, well, Miramar are getting second to Wellington Olympic in that league. You know, it's a very strong league. It's a bigger league than the mainland football league and the Southern League. So a lot more competition, and Cashmere Technical will have been the pace setters for a number of years now.
To get that ball across, but it's with White. Ollie White has the ball on the right-hand side of the box, and he can't get the shot away. And Corey Mitchell comes away with the ball for Kashmir Tech. And taken quickly, the throw-in on the left-hand side, over halfway now. A big jostle for that ball from Tyndall. He's done a lot of running for Kashmir Tech as well. Taguchi puts a bit of pressure on.
To Hamel there, what a bit of pace he showed there.
He does
easily
very
catching up.
Competent, this Miramar structure. Have to be something speculative and special from Kashmir Tech to break it. Lovely one-on-one skill, not quite going that time, and that might have hurt his groin, Dal Hamel. He's holding his right side of his groin and needing to get back in defence for Miramar as Coughlin just gets dispossessed, and who comes over to secure it but Corey Mitchell. Now Matheson offloads to Tung across the face, and he's offside, is he?
Yeah, looked like he might have just crept into an offside position on the overlap.
Keep an eye on Hugo Dal Hamel because he's stretched hard for that ball in the midfield. He had come up for Miramar and he looked to have overstretched and he limped back into position. He's still out there though, not needing any assistance. Kashmir Tech.
He's been an influential player so far.
Dispossessed, they've got it. Kashmir Tech, and a good one-on-one. Fraser Angus, and it will be a free kick for Kashmir Tech high on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Fraser Angus doing very well there, drawing the foul in from the Miramar Rangers defence, creating this opportunity, and the back two, Swartz and Storer joined in the attack.
Looking to advance where a corner would be, so not a bad position for Matheson to boot across, and a big shot at goal. It's in! Kashmir Tech have opened the scoring in the 55th minute, and big Tom Schwartz came up. And was it him that got the ball in, or was it an assist?
I think it might have been Sam Field, got the last touch on there. Let's have a look at the replay. Matheson, large, deep ball. Schwartz puts it back in square. And it was definitely just in square from Schwartz. Sam Field was the man who's been able to get the final touch on it. And the first opening goal of this fixture in the 54th minute is going to set this game alight, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And we talked about Matheson taking that free kick out on the right-hand side for Kashmir Tech. He booted it right over to the other side of the field. And Tom Schwartz kept it in the play, got his header going goalwards, and Sam Field finished off. And the deadlock is broken in the 55th minute now. What will be the response from Miramar? They have possession on the right-hand side. Dal Hamel has it out. They're looking for some matchups. Nice little careful passes, and nodded it back for a shot at goal straight into Danny Knight, point blank range. He absorbed it into his body, did Danny Knight. It's exciting.
There's that Dal Hamel there with a, didn't quite get all of the ball, but definitely got it on target. I don't know if we'll see a replay of that one, but it was well worked in there from Miramar Rangers, trying to get themselves back into this game as soon as they can. They've definitely got the skill set. They've definitely got the attitude.
Slightly miskicked, and this is Yuya Taguchi has the ball for Kashmir Tech. They have robbed the possession a little left to right and looking to finish, and it'll be a corner and a purple patch of possession for Kashmir Tech. And looking at Andrew Storer coming up from deep defence, Tom Schwartz as well, the tall men, the tall timber.
And it was Taguchi who got it went from outside to outside again to try to square the ball back into Matheson, who is in a very dangerous position. Nearly had the opportunity there to go himself, look for that far post, but unselfishly.
Matheson gets the ball across and looking to get a bit more pressure on that Miramar defence, because they haven't had as much to absorb as Kashmir Tech have in this match so far. Tyndall keeps it in. Field, the goal scorer, out on the left-hand side now of English Park. So almost re-energised the Kashmir Tech in the last 5 minutes. The goal makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Well, we've heard Coach Dan Schwartz talk about it. 1 goal's enough. Sometimes we're going to have to wait a few minutes to see if that's going to be suffice for today. Well, the opportunity was there and it was taken by Cashmere Technical.
Owen Barnett doing a power of work in the midfield for Miramar. Here he is again, keeping the ball alive, distributing it beautifully and accurately. And here he is receiving the ball back. A pass gets the cross. And we talked about that at half-time, Craig Crawford, about the exit ball from Kashmir Tech. Great ball up the right-hand side for Lyle Matheson to run onto. Really enjoying this possession that they're getting now, and being dispossessed 2-on-1. It was too much for Matheson, but a good fight here. He'll get the ball back. Yuya Taguchi has it. Such a strong technical player, asking for assistance from the ref, doesn't get it. Play on.
There's a bit of a hopeful look there from Taguchi as he felt that he might have been impeded. But Kashmir Technical starting to find their ball as the defence. Kashmir Technical defence has been able to get position and get in the way of these attacks, but they haven't been able to retain the ball.
Oh, good.
They're starting to do so now.
Great left boot through, not taken like they would have wanted. Shriver's got the good left boot through on that right-hand side. But that goal has made a significant difference to the demeanour of Kashmir Tech.
Yes, well, they haven't slowed down. They know that they probably need to, if they can get another one, put this one to bed and really put the pressure on Miramar Rangers.
The ball is with Scott Midgley, as he, again, the familiar setup by Miramar. Nice long ball, but it only succeeds in going to Kashmir Tech in their deep defence. Tom Schwartz spots a free Lyle Matheson, who is able to bring the ball down after Midgley couldn't for Miramar. And a shot at goal, speculative it was, from Coughlin.
Yes, I'm not sure if Matheson was meant to get the ball there to Coughlin. He might have been looking for Tyndall, but Coughlin had a wee sniff, got his head up, saw that opportunity.
Gee, I tell you what,
he scored them from there before.
Miramar are really ensuring that this game is played at pace. They took that goal kick so quickly. A couple of pushes not appreciated by the referee. And Luke Tung will be just told to calm it down a little bit, as Midgley again opts to go right across the other side of the field and pouring forward. Big tall frame of Mason Smith looking to get the ball, but this renewed confidence coming out of the Kashmir Tech side. So much freedom in that midfield, and he just got wrong-footed to Owen Barnett. He's done a power of work for Miramar today.
This is where the experience of this Cashmere Technical side is going to have to come to the fore. As I said, a lot of these players have played National League before. I'm going to see a few names on this Miramar Rangers that have done so too, but it's the experienced players going to have to step up now and put this one away for the home side.
A good contest between Taylor Shrivers and Garvin Coughlin. It results in Kashmir Tech regaining possession right on halfway. And really attacking in numbers Tongue out on the right, receives the ball now into the box and goes across the face of the goal and headed out by the Miramar defence.
Well, the frenetic pace continues, Leslie.
It does. End-to-end stuff. Great ball for Ollie White to run onto. Sliding save earns the applause of the crowd. All 100 of them sitting in the Steve Sumner stand.
Well, the Fraser Angus doing very well there. He's sort of like a false centre-back. Comes out of that midfield and tidies things up well.
Or looking for space. Mason Smith finds it out on the right. And Spain, can he get that left boot in action and shot at goal? Wow, what a goal! What a goal from Hugo Del Hamel. What a strike from him.
And here we have Aaron Spain out wide on the right, goes in, brings the ball central, sets the ball up on a tee for Del Hamel. And that groin injury that he may have had is cleared up nicely because he whipped the ball into that far post, and we're right in with the contest at 1-1.
What a strike. We saw a couple of efforts in the first half from Miramar Rangers. They had been concentrating on their close passing. We saw a couple of long-range shots, and that was just perfectly executed by Hugo Del Hamel. 1-1, and again up high. So we are now being treated to a really interesting goal, interesting match. And Tom Schwartz again and Mason Smith having a real tussle. Gee, the intensity in the match is fantastic, isn't it? Owen Barnett can't beat it, and he might just have to do something. So taken quickly by Miramar. There's a lot of feeling in the game. It's intensified. Mason Smith has it looked for Ollie White. Can he get the shot away for Miramar? And trying to play with the deep defence. Now across the face, and a chance for Kashmir to take a breath.
That was not far away either from Samuel Mason Smith, who was able to get a bit of bend on that, looking for that top corner.
Well, they can't get caught up in negotiating with the referee. Either sets of players. That's a great amount of control coming from Yuya Taguchi through the midfield for Kashmir Tech, and he's now gone up into a striker position. Has he got an opportunity? He gets a little, loses his balance, but no whistle.
A clever ball in there from Garbin Colin, searching for Yuya Taguchi in the box. Did well to initially look like he might have got under control, but the defence was too strong. And Cashmere Technical looked to create something off this throw in. It's a long ball in.
The ball goes in, and unfortunately another ball is on the pitch, which confuses somewhat. It's a different colour, but it's with Coughlin, who has a chance to boot the ball across, and that was an open goal. A chance to get a little tap in on the left hand for Taguchi, but it didn't happen.
And Matheson doing well to get the ball back into Coughlin, gets the ball on his right, and it was Taguchi who just couldn't quite stretch out in the far post there to steer that one in.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think that the defender was distracted by the other ball that had come onto the pitch, which is not a good look, but he exited the ball but left a wee gap where he maybe should have been defending. Getting a touch. The poke tackles have been very clean from Kashmir Tech, and Taguchi gets a big push in the back from Del Hamel, the goal scorer for Miramar. 1-1, and we're into the 65th minute.
Both sides doing well when they get a bit of space, haven't they, Leslie? As soon as that space is available to either side, there's an attack on the go. You can see another couple of goals coming from this game if the goalward accuracy could just be there for them.
Well, referee John Robury has done well not to reach into his pocket so far. We've seen some and heard some strong blows on the whistle. He has not issued any cards. There's been a couple of tough tackles from both sides. Now the free kick going into big Tom Schwartz, gets a header over there, and coming right out, Jack Jones punches the ball for Garvin Coughlin from Kashmir Tech to keep possession. And out on that left-hand side, lovely tackle goal scorer for Miramar, coming away with the ball. He's been very influential, Hugo Del Hamel. And stretching open the defence, Sam Mason Smith has it now for Miramar. Finds Barnett, no, just slightly overran it. Matheson has two players, and for 18 for Liam Wood, making sure that Matheson made no progress forward. There he is. This is where they've been good. Miramar denying Kashmir Tech possession. This is Ollie White, but he just slips on the surface, which has got a bit more moisture on it now, and it'll be a free kick to Kashmir. It has got a bit of moisture on it. That low, slight drizzle, but persistent. Stora pops to.
Yes, this artificial pitch, it's aged. This went in around 2012, this pitch, and reacts to moisture. Does get a bit slippery out there. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few players losing their footing.
Matheson puts the ball towards the goal, but it's well mocked up by Miramar. Pinpoint accuracy in receiving it. Tom Schwartz having to work hard to bring it in for Kashmir Tech. Just on the defensive side, Mitchell, haven't seen him as much in this half. He was very busy and had a big high workload in the first half for Kashmir Tech.
Yeah, Kashmir Technical will be a bit more direct in this half, haven't they? And means Mitchell's not needed as much, and we've got a change. Jacob Richards coming on for Declan Tyndall. A well-strapped knee on Jacob Richards. So hopefully, well, he'll be looking to influence this game. He's definitely a player that could change things. Well, if fit and well, Jacob Richards can, but we'll see if that tape can keep him together and see if he can influence this game.
Yeah, Declan Tyndall's had a great match for Kashmir Tech. He's come off, as you mentioned, but boy, his work rate has been sensational. And that was his last touch of the ball, was to try and chase it down on that left wing. But yeah, JJ Richards, he can ignite a match with his pace. His acceleration rate is pretty phenomenal. This is Miramar on the bed. This is Ollie White offloading to Scott Mitchley. And a tussle, as we know, and a good shin off. Mason Smith has a look at the goal. Will he look for the back pass? Del Hamel comes up. Expert in the long range goal that he scored. 62nd minute, it's 1-1. Totally absorbing contest.
And we are back into the play we was familiar with from the first half. Just a bit of good position here from Miramar, but
nice one touch.
The intent and pressure from Cashmere Technical. We've got a 4-on-3 move here.
Yep, Taguchi did well to get the ball. Can he keep the ball in? He's streaking away to cross the ball, and offside and over the back for Yuya Taguchi. Sam Field trying desperately to cross it and pinpoint accuracy, but couldn't do so. Gee, it's opened up. We thought it was pretty one end to the other in the first 45, Craig, but the second half, the goals have really brought it alive, haven't they?
Well, whatever they were drinking at half time, definitely turned this into a more attacking match, and of course those goals always lift the game.
Ollie White offloads to Owen Barnett, has a speculative shot. It catches a deflection and they'll get a corner from it.
I like the shift that Owen Barnett's putting in. He's a lively player, linking up well with the more experienced players around him.
Right. Hugo Del Hamel from the long corner with his right boot. He's got Taylor Shrivers in there. He's got Shrivers getting a touch and still loose in that box. A big tussle between Midgley and Tung. They're not in a hurry to take this. Different to how we've seen Miramar play the game. This is a Kashmir Tech throw-in.
Well, in the defensive areas, they'll just be wanting to make sure that they've got their shape. See if they can.
Throw in too, isn't it? Finds Coughlin, but he can't control it well enough. JJ Richards comes down and is able to get the ball, but only out over the sideline. Oh, that was brave, goodness me, from Tom Schwartz, putting his head in there.
Well, it was quite an effort for the player to get his foot up there as well. I think that was Andrew Bevan. Turned himself inside out to get his foot up there, but rightly pulled up for getting it a wee bit too high and close to the face of Captain Tom Schwartz.
1-1. We had a deadlock of 0-0 at half time. We wondered what would break it open. And it was Sam Field who got on the end of a Tom Schwartz header into the corner from Lyle from a free kick, and Schwartz is having to go back and defend, and offside by Miramar. So I guess the other thing that starts coming into it now,
Tom
Craig,
Schwartz is holding hamstring there.
is fitness. Just what I was talking about, which team can last the longest. Yes, he's
Trying to disguise it, isn't he?
Yes. Gnarly and very seasoned defender.
Does that wind look like it might have picked up a wee bit? And the Kashmir Tech bench is off warming up.
Danny Knight, the goalkeeper, boots it up. And again, that one-on-one contest that we've seen right throughout this match. In that midfield and turnover and possession apiece. JJ Richards with his pace out on the left-hand side now for Kashmir Tech high. And it'll be a throw-in. Now they take it, do they, quickly? Kashmir Tech, who's there? Wind getting up a little bit. You can hear it in the effects microphone. It's going across the goal. And well, mopped up Luke Tung on the end of it. Has a go at the goal that goes wide.
Well, with that wind, it looks like it might be a wee bit more moisture out there too, Leslie.
Yep.
Bit of rain coming in. Well, probably not rain as yet, but definitely wetter than it was in the first half. And it looks to be all in the favour of Cashmere Technical.
Coughlin has it now. He's seared off the free kick. Kashmir Tech on attack. Corey Mitchell has it in the box. Can he get the ball across? And it's across the face, but in the end will fall to Owen Barnett. Here he is. He's been everywhere for Miramar. And it'll be a throw-in to Kashmir Tech.
Yes, Ollie White just running out of a bit of room there.
Now down on the deck and holding that right leg. He'll need some help. He probably cannot continue if it's his hammy. And he'll be helped off. The physio coming on now.
This could be a bit of a game changer for the home side. He's been, as per usual, the Tom Schwartz bar is very high. And he leads his team very well.
Well, he organises the defence, doesn't he, along with Danny Knight, the goalkeeper. You can see him gesturing and talking, coming through, offering an overlap.
Probably got a bit of telepathy with his brother, who's the coach. They played a lot of football together.
So there they are. Look, there's Danny Schwartz. You can see him just holding the drink bottle, now pointing.
Having a good talk to Corey Mitchell. Corey Mitchell maybe having to play a bit deeper. Well, the brains trust getting together, both looking for those opportunities to undo each other, these teams, as we head into the last quarter of an hour of football.
Well, so he's up, he's walking. He's already got a bandage on that hammy, so obviously went into the match with a little twinge. Tom Schwartz.
Bit of magic water. Hopefully we'll get him through to the rest of this game.
Getting a bit of advice from the spectators as well. And this is Luke Tung. Throw in. Finds Coughlin, who gets a great pass away to JJ Richards. But again, their defence, Miramar Rangers, is too good. Taylor Shriver's reading it beautifully, coming back. Oh, Schwartz is back on. Tom Schwartz, he came off, but he's gone straight back on. Maybe the bandage was too tight.
Yeah, it would take a lot to convince Tom Schwartz that he should be on the bench.
Storer nods the ball away. Oh, and a miss there for Miramar, but they still keep possession. Ollie White, 15, here he is. Tung does really well. Again, the crowd appreciative of the hard running work of Luke Tung. Clever play from Miramar, high up on their left attack. Gucci gets dispossessed and realises he's going to have to go back and help a bit more. Spain offloads, doesn't go to where he wants it to. Barnett has to come back and mop up. Now it's gone back into the defensive half. Gee, they've put a lot of running in, haven't they? All sets of team players, both defensive, talked often about how well they've done.
Yeah, the work rate has been outstanding from every player on the pitch. I think yeah, the coaches will not be disappointed with that. Actually quite a very even game here.
Good pass from Shivers, but Spain couldn't match it up. Oh, this time the exit ball wasn't flash from Kashmir Tech.
Yeah, Danny Knight would like to do better with that one.
Miramar trying to create a little bit of magic here. Ollie White now has the ball, but again that defensive unit working well in sync for Kashmir Tech. This is the goal scorer. Looking to find Mason Smith. Chance at goal. Oh, it's in! What a goal from a cute angle from Sam Mason Smith. Delivered a perfect pass from Dal Hamel, and 2-1 Miramar over Kashmir Tech.
Well, Cashmere Technical looked to have survived a bit of pressure there, but it was Dal Hamel who went and fetched it and came up with a delicious ball through to number 14, Samuel Mason Smith, who had given a sniff with his left peg, finds it into the bottom right-hand corner to break the deadlock, and Miramar Rangers take the advantage. And that looks like it might have just come on the eve of a substitution here for Cashmere Technical. Tom Schwartz is making his way to the sideline.
Yep, the slow walk from Tom Schwartz, and what an acute angle to score that, giving Danny Knight no opportunity.
And it's Kian Donkers who's come on in a more advanced position. And Sam Ford maybe he's joined the central back pairing with Andrew Storer.
Well, they've got to attack now, don't they? Kashmir Tech, lovely passing between Tung and JJ Richards as Coughlin sends the ball towards the goal. They will have to play more attacking, which will present to Miramar an opportunity in itself. Now, the goal scorer, the second one, there's a little bit of magic up the left flank, does Sam Mason Smith.
Are you serious, John? Are you serious?
No, it's getting a bit testy. Certainly, Mason Smith was not going to hold back out of that tackle, but they'll get the free kick for Kashmir Tech.
No, he'll be feeling very confident at the moment after that great finish, and he just wants to stamp his authority on the game there and just overstep the mark in the referee's opinion.
Well, he certainly kept Miramar Rangers in the game last week against Wellington Olympic, scoring the 90th and the 90th minute, Sam Mason Smith. Kian Donkers getting his first opportunity in this match.
Well, 10 minutes to go here. Cashmere Technical, they want to keep amongst the contenders in this league. They're going to have to find another goal. And it was Fraser Angus who provided an opportunity there. searching ball in from Luke Tung.
I'll tell you again, referee John Robery getting a lot of advice, but he has had terrific control of this match. He's been firm and he's blown his whistle hard. At times he hasn't given cards, and he's just exuded a confidence and a control over what has been a really exciting and fast-paced South Central Series match. This is Yuya Taguchi, and Tung gets the ball across to Coughlin, and he gets it back to Coughlin from Donkers. He's looking to open something up for himself. Still with Kashmir Tech now, back to Coughlin, and again it'll be a corner this time for Kashmir Tech to attack.
Cashmere Technical responding well there to going behind, and it's a quick corner. Coughlin and Taguchi.
He nearly fooled himself, I thought, Garvin Coughlin, and the control now that Miramar are bringing that ball out of defence is impressive. They've got the lead, and we're into the 82nd, nearly the 83rd minute. 2-1, Kashmir Tech behind. And Miramar Rangers, and you'd have to say if you were looking at possession, especially the first half, if you do it clearly on that or just purely on that, they might deserve this, but they've come back well, have Kashmir Tech.
Looks like Fraser Angus again, he's getting a bit higher on the field now. He's had the last couple surge through and try to get his head on them. No real threat though.
White has it for Miramar, has him to crab across the field, finds Barnett, two of the most hard-working players wearing white today. This player here, Ollie White. And it was just a little miss in communication with Andrew Bevan, which resulted in Kashmir Tech bringing the ball back out of defence. But a lot of hard running from Barnett, from White. A lot of work being done by 14, Samuel Mason-Smith, and let's not forget Hugo Del Hamel with that great strike to open up the scoring for Miramar and tie it all up at 1-1.
That's probably been a bit of a difference there, Leslie, as those number of players there. There's 3 or 4 players who have been connecting well together for Miramar Rangers and being able to generate opportunities for their side, whereas Cashmere Technical's efforts have really come from just a couple of players connecting in the offensive area anyway.
Certainly Luke Tung's come into his own for Kashmir Tech. Here he is receiving the ball back and opting to stretch it open, go across to the left. Matheson has it now for Kashmir Tech. And a long ranging ball finds Coughlin. Can he keep control? No, he can't, because that defence is back in numbers for Miramar. Corey Mitchell, oh, and a big collision in the midfield, and who's it going to go? Oh, towards, wow. He was right there, it was John Robery. Both players down. Both exhibiting, the players, just the keenness to try and get to the ball first.
Just a bit of coming together there, both players giving their all for their side. Get the ball, and I don't know if the referee might have been on the other side of that. He could have given it the other way, but
it was the captain, Sam Dewar, and Corey Mitchell, both desperately trying to get possession. We're all repaired now and ready for action. 85th minute, 2-1, Miramar Rangers. They play a very exciting, attacking brand of football, and well structured. Zach Jones kicks it well over halfway.
an unfortunate little handball there.
It's
going to stop that attack.
He's had a good game for Kashmir Tech. Goal scorer for Kashmir Tech, Sam Field. I have to say, the way that Miramar put their game plan on in the opening 10 minutes has actually brought the best out in Kashmir Tech as well.
Yes, I'd agree with you there, Leslie. It's both sides have grown with the game, and there's not been a lot between them, has there? They've both taken and tried to take advantage of each other's attacks. There's been good counter-attacking. We're seeing a bit of composed play here from Cashmere Technical as they try to, unfortunately,
well,
Luke Tung just
stretched the game, hasn't it? There's been so much running, and that's been the attractive part of the match. And while it was 0-0 at half-time, you'd have to say that Miramar Rangers had enjoyed the more fruitful opportunities to get on that scorecard, and it was testament to the great defence of Kashmir Tech that they didn't. And some may say that against the run of play Kashmir Tech scored, but the way that Kashmir Tech came out in the opening 10 minutes of the second half, they were playing a more attacking brand.
They certainly did, and it did against the run of play a wee bit as if you took the whole game in, but they did come out in that second half and with a good bit of intent to get into the game, and that they did.
But credit to
But
Miramar.
I think Miramar have really managed the game quite well since they've got put under the pressure. And a goal kick.
Well, faith in their structure too, that when they were 1-0 down, they didn't waver from what they were trying to do. And, you know, the players that we've already talked about, particularly Ollie White and Owen Barnett, hard work and in the back, through the midfield, Del Hamal, they ensured that there was plenty of ball coming forward. 88th minute, and good again, this contest for possession as Ollie White gets thrown to the ground, literally. Oh, clever work from Coughlin. Can he keep his balance? Gets the ball out to JJ Richards, who steams up on that right-hand side, gets the ball across the face of the goal, and it's been well exited right onto the boot of Andrew Bevan, who has it now. He's got White out on the left, finds him. Control's been really good. Offside. Wow.
And it's Danny Knight going to push everybody forward as they enter these last few minutes.
Well, he just throws the ball a bit
Steals a
further
couple of
forward.
yards with some experience.
Yep. Now, high into that attacking area for Kashmir Tech. What can they make from it? And a shot goal. And
Donkers there really got hold of that one. But it was point blank range straight into a defender.
might have been straight into Aaron Spain, was it? Because he was holding his right thigh at the end of. This is Coughlin, has the ball still on the end of his boot and puts it across, and there's no one running onto that. 2-1, and wonder how many extra minutes we might be playing.
I think there will be some, won't there, Leslie?
Tom Schwartz going down, that might have taken a couple. He had, yes, the two players that went down there, that might have taken a few more. Let's see what we're told. Great control. And again, it's Miramar who come away with possession. They've been very good in this. They'll look at it and think why they couldn't have converted more maybe, but they've done all they need to. Lovely 1-2 between two players we've spoken so much about, White and Barnett.
Yes, I think you're right, Leslie. There'll be some opportunities to look back on this tape from Miramar Rangers, and they definitely would have preferred to have a few more opportunities on target.
Bevan has it for Miramar. Got a great ball from Del Hamal. He has been influential, absolutely, for Miramar. Managed the game superbly. Still with Miramar, out on the right-hand side. Looking for a bit of trickery. Neither set of players giving any quarter. And we've got 4 minutes of extra time, is what we're told by Hayden McCabe.
4 minutes of injury time, 4 minutes.
2-1.
What can Cashmere Technical sum out here in these final minutes of additional time?
Tung has a look up. Expressively says, where's my pass? And there's that familiar pressure on that Miramar have exerted right from the opening whistle. They've They've certainly not allowed any easy pass wherever the ball has been on this English Park surface. Clever work from Spain. Evan's done well since he's come on for Miramar, and again it's Sam Mason-Smith with the ball. Certainly held his own. There he gets it back. Takes no prisoners in the tackle, does he?
Well, he's not just holding his own, he's dominating out there, the big man. I tell you what, through that whole play where Miramar were advancing forward, Ollie White was yelling for it. He's still got plenty to get into this game.
The smallest man on the pitch, Yuya Taguchi, wins it through the heading contest, which is amazing in itself. Oh, lovely control from JJ Richards. Gets the through ball to Donkers, but he can't link up. So they're creating Kashmir Tech in the dying minutes of this match. And a good boot out of trouble for Miramar Rangers.
Well, it hung up in the wind, actually. It did look like he got good contact on it, but it held up in the wind and didn't even make it past halfway. So it must be a bit windy up there.
Richards keeps the ball in. Just haven't had quite the cohesiveness that Miramar have had when they've mounted their attacks like that one Storer does well.
Very experienced defender, Andrew Storer. He was up against the inform Ollie White and just did it at ease.
Donkers gets it out to Richards. Tone finds Coughlin, who heads on to Donkers, and it's a race across.
Shivers, is it? Tidying up well for Miramar Rangers.
Not happy with that. Kashmir Tech, all the supporters, but Tron Robury just walks away. And let's just get on with it in these last few minutes. Someone's going to be spoken to. Might be. He's going to get a card.
I think he talked his way into the book there.
Fraser Angus. Might not have been the action that caused the free kick, but might have been the aftermath of the displeasure.
Yep, I think he could have. He didn't need to go on about that one, but that's the.
It's the feeling. I mean,
that's the feeling, yeah.
It just this game has had so much in it, in a good way.
He's just a wee bit frustrated there, Fraser Angus. He's put in a good shift in that middle of the field.
Well, it's hard to fault anyone, really, is it? And Miramar putting the pace of the game early on. Kashmir Tech coming back into their own. Their control, overall, Miramar's control has told a story, I think, in this game.
Yeah, the amount of attacking options that Miramar have is just
Here we are.
showing
The
to give them an advantage.
From
And
the
it's
Miramar bench says it all, because they have taken the win points and they know how important that is in the context of the South Central Football Series. And it has been a masterful display by the team wearing white, Craig Crawford.
well, it's hard to. There was no weak players out there, was it? Both teams strung together good passes, reacted well to each other, and it was a super game of football here. And it was the finishing that really came to, and the attacking prowess of Miramar Rangers that probably proved to be the difference. But it's been a treat down here at English Park to watch these two teams go at it. And who knows, next year we may see them come together again.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, the football was certainly better than the weather. Sam Field opened the scoring for Kashmir Tech in the 55th minute into the second half. Hugo Dalhamel, 60-second strike, brought it 1-1, and then Sam Mason-Smith, as he did last week, but this time for the win in the 79th, and made it 2-1 to Miramar. Great game in the South Central Series. It is Miramar Rangers 2, Cashmere Technical 1.